My man Czar make tracks like this.
What's going on, y'all? This will be episode 1 of Forgotten Plugins. So this is a new series that I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I'm finally getting around to doing it, but I want to highlight plugins that I've purchased or owned for a long time that I don't use to the point that I forgot that I even own them. And to kick off this episode 1, the Waves End of the Year sale, I bought the Puigchild from Waves, and as I went to mess with it, I realized that I had the Puigchild compressor, and I don't even remember purchasing this. So I know I haven't used it. It's been hidden in my Studio One. So episode 1 will be on the Puigchild 670. This is, of course, a Fairchild emulation. So to go over the controls quickly, even though it looks a little strange, it really is an easy compressor to use. This knob here is your input gain, which is going to act basically like an 1176. The more you boost this, the more signal you're putting into the compressor. Then you've got from 1 to 10 is your threshold up to 10. The higher this number, the higher this number, the lower your threshold is going. And time constant. So this is a very mute compressor that has set attack and release times, and 1 is the fastest up to 6, which has an auto release that, if I remember correctly, I think is around 25 seconds on some peaks. And on the left, you have your output gain, which is going to increase your output. This knob here in the middle, you've got left and right, which is unlinked. These will move independently. Linked is going to gray out the bottom row because the top row here, anything I change here is going to change on the bottom. You won't see it change on the bottom, but it links the top and bottom, or links the left and right channels. And then kind of an odd name for it, lat vert. This is essentially your mid side. So this compressor does do mid side. Enough with that. Let's get into how this sounds. So I've got this on mixed bus. Very mute compressors are popular on mixed bus, vocals and bass. Right now I've got it on mixed bus for a song I tracked with Larissa J. Here's her Instagram here. And this is her singing and playing acoustic guitar. 2 mics. I used a Roswell Mini K87 going into a Tom Hilby Mo 67 pair to record this. And I've got the Waves R66 here, which is a little dip, and the Puigchild. So we're going to turn some knobs here, get some compression going, and see how this sounds.
The damage is done, so I guess I'll be leaving. Hey. Oh, the damage is done, so I guess I'll be leaving. Yeah, yeah. The damage is done, so I guess I'll be leaving. Yeah. The damage is done, so tell me how I feel sitting up there, feeling so high, but you're far away to own me. You know I'm the one who'll put you up there, name in the sky. Does it ever get lonely thinking you can live without me? Live without me, baby. I'm the one who'll put you up there. Don't know why, no. The damage is done, so I guess I'll be leaving. Yeah, yeah. The damage is done, so I guess I'll be leaving.
So there's a quick run through the attack and release times. You can notice that at 1, it was a really fast attack and release there. And just kind of as we went up, it just got slower. On this last one, I'm going to play it somewhere in the middle here, and we'll stop it. We'll really dig into the threshold as well, just so we can see how long this is taking to release. So we'll start with number 5 and 6, because I know 5 and 6 have auto releases.
damage is done, so I guess I'll be leaving. Yeah.
A really slow release there. Let's try on the time constant 6.
The damage is done, so I guess I'll be leaving. Yeah.
It's a really long release there. It's again very easy to use compressor, and one thing about Verimuse, they are smooth, and you'll notice that you don't have a ratio here because typically the way a Verimuse works is the harder you hit the compressor, the steeper the ratio goes. But really smooth compression that we're getting here, getting down to maybe between 5 and 10 dB gain reduction here. Let's listen to the Puigchild now on just some vocals. So I've got the Puigchild 670 here, and just to show you, it also comes with a mono version, which is here. So that's the mono version. But again, here I'm going to be dealing with the stereo version, and I have it inserted on this hook here. We'll bypass it and just listen to it real quick, and then I'll show you what I did with the Puigchild 670. So this is bypassed.
Guess we'll never know where we could go. We're never really defined. In between you and I only get the pieces of you.
Okay, so that vocal there's 2 parts or 2 phrases that I'm hearing that's just dipping a little bit, and so I want to use the Puigchild to even this vocal out more and bring those phrases up forward more. So in this case, where we typically use compressors to bring down something that's loud, I'm going to use the compressor in this case to bring up something that's low. So listen again and listen to the words we.
Guess we'll never know where we could go.
Hey, listen to we could. She starts to get low on we and could and comes back up with go.
Guess we'll never know where we could go. We're never really defined. In between you and I.
So I'm going to turn on the Puigchild and get the threshold at 7. So I'm digging in pretty good here. Don't be afraid to dig in with a Verimuse compressor because it is a smooth character compressor. I've brought up the output gain to 3, time constant at 2, and let's take a listen now.
Guess we'll never know where we could go.
And bypassed again.
Guess we'll never know where we could go.
And one more time with the Puigchild.
Guess we'll never know where we could go.
So it does a great job of bringing that part up and just helping everything sound more even there. So before I did this video, I've messed with this for just a few minutes, and I'm really liking it. So I think I'm going to start incorporating this in my mixes for sure. Things do sound fatter and more round through this compressor, and it's just really giving me a pleasing sound. That is going to conclude episode 1 of Forgotten Plugins. This is a plugin that I forgot I have. Didn't even know that I had purchased it. But any questions, comments, let me know, and I'll catch y'all next time. I want to invite everyone to check out my new podcast, the Faders Up Podcast. It's a podcast about pro audio. I've got me and 3 other Nashville professionals. We're discussing pro audio topics, pro audio lifestyle. And it's available on Apple Podcasts and it's available on Spotify. So check it out, rate it, let me know what you think.